Hi guys, it's me, Lisa, and today I'm back with another video. We will discuss why Little Women resembles very much a self-help book and could actually be better than those. So without any further ado, let's get down with the review. So let's talk about the book. I have watched several versions of the movie Little Women. Thought that I read the book, but turns out I read part of the book but not the whole of it, so it was on me literally. And then I found out then in Audible I had a lot of books that were out for free, and one of them is Little Women. So here we have it, Little Women. I listened to it on Audible because Audible UK offers a huge ton of free audiobooks that are part of the Audible originals or not, and they are included in the premium version of the app. And so since I have not read many English classics, I admit, or classics in general, because it's not only English classics, like for example now I'm listening to Anna Karenina, which is a Russian classic, so they have all kinds of classic books in there, and I wanted to listen to Little Women, and I was surprised by it. First, I was surprised by how accessible it was. It was super accessible, and it's not super new as a book at all, but it was incredibly easy to comprehend. Didn't have any kind of old language, so I really appreciated that from the book. Reason number two that I was surprised was because the story, I did not realize, went all the way through from childhood to the end basically of their journey to happiness. Really loved that. I had seen the new adaptation of Little Women, the one with Emma Watson, and that one I understood, but not having read the book I wasn't able to grasp everything, and having read the book I could appreciate it even more as a feminist retelling of the story. So the book, let's talk about it. I loved how every single sister was incredibly well defined. Every single sister has a personality, goals, objectives, and I was able to appreciate even Beth. In the film, Beth is quiet, shy, and she gets very little screen time, so much so that when she does die at the end, I really felt that I couldn't feel as powerfully the loss, because we get from they're all together and happy and she doesn't really intervene to she's almost dying and still she does not really intervene, so there's nothing really that she does except playing the piano. It's not really relevant to the plot, it's just to have dramatic impact. In the movie I felt that it was that way, whereas in the book I really felt that she was a part of the family. She was really integral to the equilibrium of the family because she has this kind way to herself, this general way of being that really appeases everyone else, and she is the good sister. She is very shy and generous towards everyone, and that's how she does, and that I knew. But from the movie it just seems that she stupidly goes into this place of the other family that they are helping and gets sick, and then it seems from the movie as well that they call the mother and everything is okay. But what goes wrong in the book that doesn't go wrong in the movie is that the servant that helps the mother doesn't call for her mother for a very long time. And so Beth gets sicker and sicker and sicker, and the person that actually calls the mother is Laurie, and not the servant, not Joe, not the sisters, because they are scared of calling her because she is assisting their father. That I thought was really important, and it really made me understood the importance of the story, because they have this sick child with them for a very long time. No one wants to call the mother, so it's obvious that there is a strong sense of guilt, because afterwards she goes on, after she's recovered, to still be very weak, very not like the others. She is not able to be as lively and as normal as they are anymore, because she has had this illness daunt on her for so long. So that, I thought, made her very human, and I loved it. The title of the video, though, talks about this book being similar to a self-help book. And this is because during the journey of the sisters, apart from making Beth a real human and not just simply a punching bag for the other sisters, she serves as a character that helps others grow, and they all go through a journey of growth that can be taken separately with a very inspiring twist and turn, and can be applied to one's life. Examples. The most amusing example that is in the book and is not in the movie is that Amy is so interested in social interactions, having a very good opinion of others, and others having a good opinion of herself. So she's very attentive to social interactions, social gatherings, and everything related to that, and makes up a whole party paying with her own money to make other girls from her art class come to her house. So she spends days and days and days doing this. Sorry, break for a wish. She spends days and days and days doing this, and only one person comes, and she learns from experience that she has been silly because she has put too much importance in this group of people that actually didn't care for her. So I think that that was one very great example of how much we can learn from the sisters, and the kind of motto that run through, given from the mother to the sister, was to experience things from themselves and to also learn about the value of family. I really thought that the book was really important in showing us how much family is important, and it really came through in the narrative, because this poverty, especially in the last adaptation of Little Women, is only spoken about, but you don't see it, because in the movie they change clothes way too often, and they take trips. They have a lot of luxuries that in the book they don't have. In the book they truly do struggle to go on, truly do struggle to make their living. So I thought that that was really key to understand why Little Women is such a self-help related book, because it really shows you that without much it can still be great if you have someone to share it with, especially a loving family. So I thought that in those two aspects, Little Women was really similar to a self-help book. Another way it related to self-help books is in Jo's story. In Jo's story, we have her going through Beth's death. She spends more than a year with Beth trying to make her happy, and Beth dies anyway. So she has this whole journey towards loss that she knows about. She knows that Beth will die, but she still wears herself out, mending her, attending to Beth, and it's really sad, and it makes us understand how difficult it can be, and her story and Beth's story together are really much a helpful thing to understand how much impact loss can have on a family, because Jo is the sister that is most attached to Beth, and it really shows on her how much of an impact her death has. And the last sister is Meg, and her journey goes through marrying someone kind of out of spite. And she does marry someone that she actually loves, but she as well has a very, very strong intention to make appearances matter. So she works and works and works to make this happen, takes the children away from her husband, thinks that she has to be the one to care for them. And the lesson that she gives us is that excluding the husband from the family, or still a member of the family from the family itself, makes it less enjoyable, because parents should both care for a child together, and family should be something united and interestingly unique to care for, so never to estrange anyone from the family. So these 4 storylines all have this aspect of self-help, of understanding the beauty of life, the beauty of family. It's all related to Christian values, obviously, because the whole book is set in an era where Christian values were what underlined every single action. But most of the lessons that we learn can be applied today, even if someone is not Christian, even if someone doesn't believe in religion, to just have a more meaningful and interesting life. So if you're sick of self-help books, I highly suggest Little Women, to learn something about life without having to go through the endless toil of false encouragement that doesn't really apply to you. So if you want to give this book a try, I highly suggest it, because I think you won't regret it. So thank you very much for listening to me in this video. Thank you very much for hanging around, and I really hope you will subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also ring the bell, and we will see each other in the next one. Bye guys! Okay guys, so first and foremost, let's ignore all the patches that I have attached all over my face. It's pimple patches, and my boyfriend already teased me about that, so let's not do that.